Hey, greetings everyone. It is GleeCon. Pumped to be back here for another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Welcome, welcome. On our last episode, we finished off the Stone Talon Mountains with our Alliance person that's been questing through it, our human priest. And she'll be moving along with our other human to go into Duskwood. So if you want to check out what that looked like, we had a little help at the end, but it was overall satisfying to finish that zone. We've also been reading the Dungeons and Dragons every other episode, the books as part of our kind of side, slightly non-canon, kind of canon journey through those source books. We're on the last one of a lot called Dark Factions, and we're wrapping up the main chapter of that book, which is also called Dark Factions. Last time we read about the Syndicate, which is a pretty cool look at a faction that came out of Paranold and the nobles and brigands that are kind of slowly reclaiming that territory that was left sort of ravaged after the Second War. Now, let's continue. Stay a while and listen as we talk about the Thorium Brotherhood as we get very near the end of this chapter. They are a small group membership, only 100. They're evil. I didn't realize that. They're a neutral evil faction. The Thorium Brotherhood is based at Thorium Point in the Syrian Gorge and has trading posts in Everlook and Gadgetstan. Makes me feel like they're kind of neutral then. The Thorium Brotherhood craftsmen turn raw material into rare and powerful enchanted items for a substantial fee. Some humans think all dwarves are greedy. They don't recognize the difference between a deep spiritual connection with the earth and petty gold fever. This isn't to say dwarves are never greedy. The Dark Iron clan's lust for power tore the mountains asunder figuratively and literally, yet the line of Dark Iron bred a group of dwarves so covetous that even the power of an elemental lord couldn't contain it. You may know them as the Thorium Brotherhood, purveyors of high-quality weapons, armor, and enchantments. The Thorium Brotherhood predates the War of the Three Hammers. Originally, it was merely one of the numerous craft guilds operating in Ironforge. Though skilled craftsmen, the members of the Brotherhood were always worried that another guild possessed secrets that they didn't. The Brotherhood would often acquire a competitor's goods and try to reverse engineer them. It was thus that they discovered the secrets of enchantment, absorbing the magic from an item as you destroy it, and channeling that magic into a new item. During the War of the Three Hammers, the Thorium Brotherhood naturally sided with the Dark Iron clan. When Ragnaros enslaved the Dark Irons, the Fire Lord sent what remained of the Thorium Brotherhood to work his forges along with many of their kin. While most Dark Iron dwarves were resigned to enslavement, after all, they were still doing what they were doing before, and now they had a powerful patron, not so the Thorium Brotherhood. To the members of this guild, their great talents are being wasted mass-producing weapons for the Fire Lord's armies. Thus, Oilfist, former apprentice to Overseer Loktar, devised a plan of escape. With their knowledge of enchanting and their access to the forges, the dwarves crafted, under the noses of their taskmasters, weapons, armor, and tools that allowed them to escape Blackrock depths. Every free iron dwarf I've met got as far away from Blackrock's fire as he could. I suspect the Thorium Brotherhood would have as well, except that the formulas they possessed all required components found only under or around Blackrock Mountain. Thus, they were compelled to set up shop across the Syrian Gorge from their former home. Using the formulas they have created or acquired, they make enchanted weapons and armor for anyone who can meet their exorbitant prices. And that's kind of like some near endgame grind you can do in Classic. The dwarves of the Thorium Brotherhood are skilled craftsmen with access to unique enchantments, and people from all affiliations come to buy their wares. The Brotherhood has no qualms about dealing with anyone who can meet their prices, going even so far as to arm both sides of the same conflict. However, just because the Thorium Brotherhood trades with anyone doesn't mean they're friendly. If the Brotherhood decides that you're competition, there's no trick to which they won't stoop to maintain their market share. The leader of the Thorium Brotherhood is called the Overseer. Other members of the guild are ranked as apprentices, journeymen, and master smiths, as befits their skill. Members within each rank are nominally equal, and all members are expected to contribute both in the workshops and in defense of Thorium Point, which is their little flight path zone. After they left Blackrock Depths, the Thorium Brotherhood crossed the Syrian Gorge to the north and claimed a mesa there as their new home. Part fortress, part workshop, Thorium Point, as they named it, is now the center of operations for their enterprise. The Brotherhood must keep a constant vigil against attacks by Dark Iron dwarves, elementals, and wild beasts. Despite the high security, Thorium Point is open for business to anyone who can brave the hostile landscape to reach it. If you must visit, I recommend traveling by Griffin. The Thorium Brotherhood always has an eye out for new markets and has already established 2 trading posts on Kalimdor. Both outposts are in goblin cities, no surprise given their common interest, gold. The northern outpost is in Everlook in Winterspring, and the southern outpost in Gadget Stand in Tanaris. Oddly, the Thorium Brotherhood does not have a presence in Ratchet. Whether the Brotherhood doesn't want to operate so near to the strongholds of the Alliance and the Horde, or because the goblins don't want the competition, I can't say. The Thorium Brotherhood consists of Dark Iron dwarves who have escaped Ragnaros' control. Most of the members are from the original Thorium Brotherhood who escaped Blackrock Depths with Oilfist, but other free Dark Iron dwarves have joined since. Once he has been given access to the Brotherhood's secrets, a dwarf is forever a member of the guild. Although he can retire from active service, he can never again work as a craftsman for anyone else. The Brotherhood holds on to its plans and formulas and deals harshly with any member who sells out to the competition. Because of its exclusiveness, the Thorium Brotherhood often lacks the manpower to match the demand for their products. Thus, the Brotherhood has found a way to kill two birds with one stone by making their customers into suppliers. If you want a Brotherhood craftsman to make something for you, you must acquire the constituent components yourself, on top of paying a premium rate to have it crafted. Although never official members of the Brotherhood, regular customers find themselves doing a lot of resource gathering for the guild. The Brotherhood reserves its best products, even a few formulas, for customers who demonstrate the ability to acquire the necessary materials from dangerous locales and the willingness to hand over large sums of gold, aka you build rep with them. Fair warning, though, these dwarves are shrewd businessmen and many customers end up owing more than they earn. Okay, their leaders are Loktos Dark Bargainer, who's a male Dark Iron dwarf. Loktos was the overseer of the Thorium Brotherhood during the War of the Three Hammers and the Dark Iron's enslavement in Blackrock Depths. When the rest of the guild escaped, the aging Loktos chose to stay behind, believing he would only slow his compatriots. Despite his abdication, Loktos remains a respected member of the Brotherhood, though he keeps his allegiance to himself to avoid reprisal from Ragnaros and his elemental minions. When not at work in the forges, Loktos is often at the Grim Guzzler, so he's within Blackrock Mountain. From a darkened corner, he quietly conducts business on the guild's behalf. A piece of advice: Loktos' opinion of you has a definite effect on how the rest of the guild views you, so he's who you go to get rep. Okay, there's also Overseer Oilfist, again a male Dark Iron dwarf. Oilfist joined the Thorium Brotherhood as the apprentice of Loktos Dark Bargainer and quickly rose within the guild. It was Oilfist who conceived of the plan to covertly craft items necessary to make their escape from Blackrock Depths. During the escape, his skill at arms helped the guild overcome its elemental taskmasters. Once free, Oilfist was a natural choice to replace the absent Loktos as the guild's overseer. Overseer Oilfist takes his job seriously and deals harshly with any who disobey him. Although he has many underlings, Oilfist has no qualms about getting his hands dirty, whether in the forges or on the battlements. His favorite weapon is a multi-bladed dwarven war axe, heavily enchanted, no doubt. And there's Malefus Darkhammer, again a male Dark Iron dwarf. Malefus Darkhammer is an incredibly skilled smith who makes his living at the Brotherhood's trading post in Everlook. A catalog of all the enchantments Malefus and his assistants can craft is available for perusal by customers. And what if you want to be a hero, either working with or working as the Thorium Brotherhood? Well, the easiest way for characters to become involved with the Thorium Brotherhood if they're not Dark Iron dwarves is to become a customer, suppliers for the guild. Any number of adventures could be set around the heroes traveling to exotic and dangerous locales in search of rare reagents for the Brotherhood. The heroes might be doing this for purely mercenary reasons, but they could also be agents for another faction seeking to win the Brotherhood's favor to supply their cause. The heroes may even come into conflict with members of another faction who have the same idea. Another possibility is a mixed party where some members belong to the Thorium Brotherhood and other members are permanent contractors, read mercenaries. In addition to seeking special components, the heroes can search for new enchantment formulas to add to the Brotherhood's collection. The heroes may also be involved in marketing, discovering potential customers, and convincing them to buy from or work for the Thorium Brotherhood. A party composed entirely of Thorium Brotherhood members is unlikely, but certainly possible. Perhaps the heroes are the staff of a trading post, in which case many of their adventures will come to them. Customers, suppliers, local authorities, competitors, and even natural dangers can conspire against the heroes' trade, and we'll segue that right into some adventure hooks. Here's the first one. In order to defeat a powerful foe, the heroes need a special enchantment to cast upon their weapons. The Thorium Brotherhood has such an enchantment, but before they cast it, or perhaps teach the formula to a hero, the heroes need to bring them some special ingredients. Second, the Thorium Brotherhood places a bounty on the head of a traitorous member. The rogue dwarf hires the heroes to defend him from assassins until he can complete an enchanted suit of armor to protect himself. Finally, Malefus Darkhammer believes the Wormrest Temple in Northrend houses a cache of ancient formulas. Though he has no proof that these formulas exist, he offers to craft whatever the heroes desire if they recover the forgotten lore. They just have to get past the blue dragon flight and cross the dragon blight and all that stuff. So, that's neat. I really didn't know much about the Thorium Brotherhood. And now we have a backstory. Because we have another episode in the pipe 5x5. My fellow lore masters, thank you so much for watching and for listening. And tune in next time for the next episode of Lore of Warcraft.